Hello. I don't know how to make that music fade. I should I should probably figure that out at some point. Hello. Welcome to the long haul. It's Cable 2. Is a celebration of simulation. We play simulation games, primarily vehicle simulation, because that's what I'm into. We're playing American Truck Simulator again. We're finishing that delivery from last week. The game told me that it had updated, and I was gonna be super mad because I thought we were gonna lose the delivery halfway through for like the fourth time. Because it's just a really long drive. We went all the way from San Antonio, or we're going all the way from San Antonio to Tacoma. You know. Um. That truck is so sleek. I love how the Cable 2 truck turned out. I had to put that all together myself cuz like with the texture sheets for the trucks and stuff cuz there's no way to actually straight up customize it. Um you just have to do it yourself with a modding tool and like a photo editor using the built-in game textures. It's kind of miserable. What's up, Blue Nose? This is good to see you on a long haul. So, I had a really eventful day. I don't really want to talk about the specifics, but I had a really eventful day. So, I don't know. Oops, I didn't mean to sleep there. Oh well, we slept. Into an Everything is Terrible show? Is that a podcast or something? Or a band? I'm not familiar. So yeah, I don't know how long we're gonna go. I don't know how much energy I have. I fell asleep on the couch for like a good like 45 minutes right before this. Hence why I started the stream a few minutes late because I was asleep on the couch. You know, I do sound a bit drowsy. Okay, I'm a little bit sleepy. I'm a little bit sleepy, but it's fine. Everything's fine forever. We're normal. It's normal. Little eepy, yeah. Going eepy mode. So yeah, I just like I said, it's been kind of a long. Oh, found footage art collective. That's interesting. I feel like I should look into that. That sounds really interesting. That sounds up my alley. Okay, we're not banging the trailer into anything. We're good. Everything's fine. We are golden. Once again, I'm not using the steering wheel that I have because I'm eepy and setting it up is work and it takes time and you know, I can't be blamed for this. I'm just normal Plush. I'm just innocent Plush. But yeah, that's how I'm doing. I'm very eepy. I'm in an okay mood. It's been a rough one is all. How are you all doing? I hope you're all having nice days. It's nice to see you, Bunos, Kathy, and Alex, and I think that's everyone who's talked so far. Oh, you got your Cable 2 hat on. I don't have a Cable 2 hat. I missed when you said that earlier, Kathy. I don't have a Cable 2 hat yet. I want to get one next time I have a little bit of money to spare. Oh, Temmy's here too. Yeah, I forgot Temmy talked. Oh, wah. Quinn is also here. We got all kinds of people here today. We got a real convoy. Also, as I stated last week, your chat is right there. Chad, I'm the squirrel in the squirrel plushie in the driver's seat. Chad is the teddy bear in the passenger seat. That's how we're hanging out. We're spending time together in this way. You You were too eepy to do your own dang stream. I watched that stream. It was a good stream, though. Mish seemed to have a pretty good time. We talked about sandwiches. Yeah, chat right along. You're in the passenger seat. You're here with me. Might be too eepy to watch. That's okay, Vunos. There's always VODs. You don't have to be here. It was just a cute little, fun little, chill little time. You don't put yourself out to watch a long haul stream. They're not that eventful, you know. Pillow time for you. I hope you have a really wonderful night. When you go on trips, you seatbelt up your plushie in the passenger seat. That's good. When I have a plushie with me, I'll usually put them in a seatbelt. You were busy? Busy sounds like something bad happened. I hope nothing bad happened. Yeah, we talked about, on Link Cable today, we talked about our favorite sandwiches. Yo, sleepy plushie gaming? So true. So true, Cora. It's sleepy plushie time. Plushie gaming time. So yeah, we're I didn't even show where we are on the map or anything. Wait. So we are just leaving Colorado into Utah. We're gonna go up, pass through Idaho, pass through we're gonna miss Twin Falls. I was gonna say we're gonna pass through Twin Falls, but the freeway does not go there. Pass through Boise though. Boise and Nampa. My old haunt, my old hometown. And then we're gonna head right up through to Auburn, Washington, which involves crossing through a little bit of Oregon on the fastest route. But yeah, so we'll be I said Auburn. Auburn is a different town. It's much further north than Tacoma is. We're stopping in Tacoma, not Auburn. Auburn isn't in this game. It's too small. Long haul is either sleepy or cursed discussions. It can be both. Is Tacoma a high-level area? Tacoma is a pretty decent-sized city. So yeah, I'd say it's a pretty high-level area. I think a city of any notable size probably counts as high-level.
Everything will be okay.
Thank you so much, Jaunt. Everything will be okay. Yeah, Auburn is, I don't know why I said Auburn. It's one of the little satellite cities kind of surrounding the Seattle. It's kind of right between Seattle and Tacoma, the two major cities over there. Plushie posting in the stream this chat. We're gonna speed on back up. So how y'all hanging? Sounds like most of the chat's pretty eepy tonight. And you know, it's just the same. As a plushie, it's difficult for me not to be eepy. Eepy beepy. You go eep beep, you go beep beep. Beep beep. Oh god. Oh jeez. That very easily could have been a rollover. I went around that corner way too fast. I didn't realize how sharp it was. Beep beep. I can't do it too fast because if I do it fast, it'll do the air horn. And that's less of a beep and more of a bwah. If you get my meaning. I don't know what meaning there is to get, but I'll let you decide. Oh, hey, we're passing by the hole in the rock. There's a hole in that rock, is the thing. Everybody say hi to the hole in the rock and the dinosaur, or the lizard on the wall. The dinosaurs are in other parts of Utah.
Bumper car area confirmed.
Bumper car area confirmed? Oh man, I would love to bumper car in there. Big lizard post hole. I just say shit sometimes. Yeah, Utah's a big archaeology area. So there's a lot of landmarks in Utah that are like, you know, oh, here's a place where dinosaurs were dug up and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, I think. A lot of dinosaur-themed stuff kind of around. Yeah, I've been listening for Old Man Passing By off screen, and I have no idea what it is. I didn't hear any noise for it. Utah does feature the skeleton T-Rex world boss, yeah.
Bumper car area confirmed.
Bumper car area confirmed. Look at this. That's what I call trucking. It does feel weird that when you're pulling a trailer like this, it's just like, here's 2 forklifts. You see what I mean? I'm eepy. I do a big yawn. It's not fair to be so eepy. I only slept for like 5 hours today. Certified forklift moment. Thanksgiving Point Living History Museum has one of the largest dinosaur fossil collections in the world. That's cool. I'd like to see a big dinosaur collection. It's in Lehi, 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 Lehi. Lehi, 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 Lehi. Like my friend who's moving to my home state soon is very Lehi right now. My friend is gonna move here soon, and they are fucking toasted right now. They were sending me like Snapchat video messages, and they are so high right now. So like if I So here's my weed opinion. If I had moved to a state where it's legal 10 years ago, because I'm old now, right? Like I'm old now. There's no two ways about it. I'm old now. I'm turning 29 in like 2 months. You know? No, I'm turning 29 next month actually. Fucked up. Fucked up if true. So like, if 10 years ago I had moved to a state where weed is legal, I would absolutely be all the way about that. But like, I've now been in Washington for 5 years and I have had weed once since I moved here. But like 18-year-old me would have been all about that. 18-year-old me loved weed. Nowadays I just don't feel like I need it. I am sleepy beepy and disorganized thoughts enough, you know? Weed opinions that they should invent weed that makes you feel good instead of bad. Yeah, I agree actually. The last time that I smoked weed, I just straight up had a panic attack, like out of nowhere. And that was quite a while ago at this point. Evil weed. Weed is evil. The devil's lettuce. Reefer madness. I caught reefer madness in real. That's what it was. I got reefer madness in real. Weed makes food that's good even better. You know, I never had that experience when I was smoking a lot. I would smoke, and yeah, I mean, I would be hungry, and I would like I liked I got very thirsty. Like I got cotton mouth pretty bad. So I would drink a lot of water, like sometimes I would have like a beer or something. But I just like didn't really get the munchies that much, and when I did, it was like, you know, I could just eat some normal food and it would taste normal. Here's the thing, I think my being autistic and having like very sensitive palate, while also being autistic, like texture wise and flavor wise very sensitive, I think that nullified the effects of make food taste better. Like I think food just doesn't taste better for me when I'm high, or any different at all, because I'm so flavor like keeper tracker of her already. Mental image of Plush Shiv downing a beer is really funny. It is. Oh, sneeze. Oh, sneeze attacked. Sneeze attack. Oh, it came out of nowhere. Oh, jeez. Thank you. That that set me really off balance. Bless the plush. Sneezing and getting thrown 3 feet backwards, yeah. Oh. I accidentally turned my parking brake on there when I turned the thing back on. I am always cotton mouth. That's true. My mouth is full of cotton. All the time. Wow, driver Karina has leveled up apparently. Thanks for that, video game. Thanks for letting me know that Karina from Drawfee, presumably, is leveled up. Look at that. That's a Best Buy, though. That is straight up an off-brand Best Buy, with the big angled piece on the building and everything. You know, the thing about polyfill is that it's all plastic, you know? Isn't it? I don't want to be a plushie that's like full of stuffing that is bad for the environment. You're all plastic, it's all the same to you. That's fair. Yeah, okay, here's my thing. I don't want to be made of a material that is, what are these buildings? They look cool. I don't want to be made of a material that's bad for the environment necessarily. However, like, does a plushie count as like a... Oh, what's the word? It's like a thing that you hang on to for a very extended period of time, like solid goods or something like that. Because if it counts as that, then, and if the stuffing specifically counts as that, then that actually just removes some gunk from the carbon cycle entirely for however long it takes to rot, which is thousands of years or whatever when it comes to plastics. Flesh is non-disposable. Yeah, so like, I think it's probably fine as long as the stuffing specifically is a non-disposable thing. But people replace the stuffing in their plushies, you know? I think I should go to that plush doctor Tumblr. I should just mail myself to that person. I think that would fix me. When I'm making my plushies, I get donors from my old plushies. I've never bought polyfill. I just reuse it, says Tammy. That's cool. That's a good way to do things. Reuse is good. Reduce, reuse, recycle. It's like the second most important one. The people what make money off of doing plastic recycling and stuff want you to be convinced that recycling is the only important step in that cycle. But no, you gotta reduce the amount of thing you're using. You reuse the things that you would otherwise throw away, find other uses for them, and then, when those two things fail, then you recycle it, you know? Ryu is good. I think that Rio would be a good dad. And I really need to be specific here because I feel like I could be taken out of context. I do not mean a daddy. He would just be a good father, you know? I don't think people would actually take me out of context on that, but you can't be too careful when we're talking about the long haul. Ain't that right, chat? Y'all get weird with it sometimes. The Long Haul presents ranking the daddiest Street Fighters. Here's the thing. I feel like the best dad in Street Fighter would probably be Dan. Ryu seems like he would be very supportive as long as you were doing things that he already approved of. Dan just seems like he'd be a cool dad, you know? You have heard many people say that Ryu is a daddy. I see, I see. I don't doubt that people think that. Not my type, personally. Like, if I had to... So I'm not talking about quote unquote daddy here, but like, you know, when I look at as a very bisexual person, Plushie thing, when I look at a man and I find him attractive, I'm generally looking at someone who is preferably a little bit taller than me, but not always. Probably has a beard, but like a well-kept beard. And probably is pretty strong, like pretty like wide and large, you know, like muscly. Muscular, that's the word. But not like bodybuilder muscular. Like strongest man in the world competition muscular, you know? Little bit of meat on those bones, because, you know, to actually be real strong and stuff, you gotta have some body fat, you know? Bodybuilders are doing an art form with their bodies, but they're not doing it to be strong. They're doing it to create a certain aesthetic. You like men who you could study in a lab? That's also a good way to judge a man. You like women? I also like women. I'm bisexual. I like both. Anyway, I'm not going to tell you who the daddiest Street Fighter is. I don't really know what that means. I gotta be honest, I really do not know the specific meaning of the term, and I'm not really that interested. I just know people call men that they find attractive that. Okay, here's my thing. Here's the real shit. Here's my thing. If I'm looking at a man, I want a man who I can use as a pillow. You know? I like someone who is soft. They don't necessarily have to be like the body type and the look that I described there. That's just like when I envision in my head like the abstract ideal of an attractive man. That is what I think of. But what I really want is someone who's like soft and comfortable and, you know, kind and nice. I don't necessarily need the look or the aesthetic that I want. Like it's kind of a personality thing. For the most part, for me, the Plush streamer likes soft, cuddly men. That's so true. I like a soft man. I like a soft man, but like, if we're talking in terms of aesthetics and also of like, you know, if I had to pick like an absolute preference, because some people insist that they only like one type of person. So if I was like one of those people saying what I like, I would go with sort of the vaguely muscular but mostly kind of fatty look that I was describing, you know? I feel like I'm describing this badly, but people are nodding in agreement in the chat from what I can tell, so... Anyway. Sorry for subjecting the lesbians in chat to the fact that I really, really, really like men. Men are cute and wonderful and good. If you find the right ones. And I think the same is true of women. And non-binary people. I think the rate of cute and fun and all that stuff is higher in women and non-binary people. Yeah, what Kathy said, personality being the main factor in your attraction to someone. Yeah, I would agree. Personality is definitely a very high thing on my list of things I'm looking for. And in fact, like the boyfriend that I have right now, I don't think I ever even saw a photo of him before we started dating. I'm not that interested in the appearance of a person, but it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? It absolutely does not hurt to have someone who fits a look. Oh. I gotta pull in for a vehicle inspection. But yeah, I have started dating many people without knowing at all what they look like in my time. That's just kind of the nature of how I operate with being a person who mostly lives online and stuff. The kind of man I like is more or less categorized as would be categorized, or is more or less would be categorized as a twink if he wasn't into women. I see. Vehicle is not in perfect technical state. Really? Oh. I wonder where I took damage. I thought I was still on a perfect delivery. That's sad. As evidenced by my current girlfriend, my type is, oh, I have that anxiety too. I feel that. Having similar anxieties is like a good way to connect with someone. If you're looking to get into dating, don't go on the internet, what dating sites. Get on Tumblr and Twitter and start posting about the things that make you upset. You will find a cute trans woman. I guarantee it. That's my guaranteed method. Literal Tumblr GF, yeah. Here's the thing, Coratorium, Cora there. We are dating. We met on Tumblr, doing basically exactly that, if I remember correctly. Like, we mostly got in touch because we wanted to play Guild Wars 2 together, I think, or we were looking for people to play Guild Wars 2 with. And yeah, at some point it stopped being about Guild Wars 2 and started being about what we are anxious and upset about, and then at some point it stopped being about what we're anxious and upset about and started being about kissing. If you pick Guild Wars 2 back up, will you play with me? Yeah, as long as you're on US servers, I'm happy to hang out and play with people. Male wife handyman. That's cute. Yeah, I've been very hyper focused, I guess, on Guild Wars 2 lately for the last like month, I have been replaying almost the entire game's story content. I've gone through all of that, basically. Plus playing End of Dragons for the first time. I didn't get around to End of Dragons when it came out, because I wasn't playing it at the time. I think when End of Dragons came out, I was playing Final Fantasy XIV mostly. That was kind of my MMO thing at the time. Oh, we're in Idaho. We just crossed the state line. It's so hard to drive a truck at 80 miles an hour and also read the chat at the same time. I'm sorry, I'm missing a lot. Started playing right when End of Dragons dropped, but don't own it. That's fine. There's tons of stuff to do in the base game if you don't have the expansions. I think the expansions might be on sale right now because there's a new expansion coming out very, very soon. If you get the expansions, you will be missing the Living World stories still. I think there's like an Ultimate Edition that comes with the Living World stories, which are also really good and also very important. Oh, is the expansion sale over? Aw, that's sad. But yeah, no, Guild Wars 2, you know, I've been like talking about MMOs a lot because I've been really hyper focused on this game for the last couple weeks. So I've been talking about MMOs a lot and stuff with Tia, who I live with and stuff, and like I think I've worked out that like Guild Wars 2 is essentially the perfect MMO for me. There is no gear treadmill. Like I don't have to worry about gearing a character up, really. Like it's just a matter of getting a few pieces of equipment to, you know, cover for level 80. And really, honestly, the thing that bothers me the most about MMOs is the gear treadmill. I like the gear that I get to feel meaningful, you know? And like, one thing that I had an issue with in Final Fantasy XIV is that like, to get up to, you know, the end of an expansion's content, like the post-expansion content patches, I guess, in order to get up to that stuff, you have to do a whole bunch of you have to do a whole bunch of like grinding, which I'm not necessarily anti-grinding, but like you have to do a whole bunch of grinding for the most up-to-date equipment so that you can do the dungeons that are in that story content, and that's fine. That's fine by me. I like that. And for me, working really hard to get a bunch of gear and being very satisfied by having, you know, my item level at the level it needs to be at to play the content, that is satisfying for me. But then what isn't satisfying for me is when the next thing comes out and immediately I am no longer effective. You know, I no longer have the good numbers that I have to grind again. That's not fun. I don't like that. So I have kind of just stopped playing Final Fantasy XIV. I don't really think I'm gonna go back to it anytime soon. Like, even if the new expansion that's coming out is really, really good, I don't think I'm gonna go back to it, you know? Just, I don't know. I just am struggling to maintain interest in it. Whereas, like, Guild Wars 2 has always been there for me. I've been playing it since the pre-launch beta. Oh my god, are you serious? These guys crashed into each other and stopped! Ah. Oh my god, I'm so mad! That counted as me hitting someone even though it was them crashing. I mean, I do run our free company. I guess I'll fucking go around them. That makes me so mad. I do run a free company in 14, and I genuinely don't know if I'm gonna come back to the game. Is the thing. I mean, I don't have ownership of the free company anymore. Someone else does. So that's nice. One problem is just that I don't have the money. You know, I can't afford to drop $15 on something every single month because I just don't have money to spend. But even getting around that, like, I just struggle to maintain any interest at all in the game at this point. It's just kind of boring for me to go back into. But, like, you know, I've been playing Guild Wars 2 since launch day. Since before launch day. There was a 3-day thing, I think 3-day long beta test, like server stress test kind of thing if you pre-ordered the game before launch. So I have been playing since before launch. And it was fun. Like, it's always just been reliably fun, and, you know, even if I'm just kind of grinding for something, I generally enjoy myself more in that one. Because, like, at the end of the day, you know, when back before, like, legendary armor existed in Guild Wars 2, and I was trying to do ascended armor grinds and stuff, and I did do a decent amount of it. I have a decent amount of ascended armor, honestly. You know, it's very clear from the start that like, it's very clear from the start of that process that what you're doing right now is you're gonna unlock a cool skin. You are not going to receive that much additional combat effectiveness for having an ascended item. And the same goes for legendaries, because legendary stats are exactly the same as ascended stats. And I think that's cool. So, like, it doesn't feel like doing a gear treadmill to log in and do daily crafts and stuff to get pieces for high-end gear and stuff like that, because you don't need it, you know? Whereas, like, being told, hey, you cannot advance your story here in Final Fantasy until you do the mandatory amount of grinding and get the equipment that we want you to have, it feels bad. I want to be able to play the story, and I want to be able to play it straight through, especially because half the time, like, it's like, oh, this situation is really dire and you need to do this right now, story-wise, and then it's like, sorry, I can't do this right now. I need to go spend 3 days grinding tomestones in leveling roulette and shit, you know? And yeah, coming up with builds is it's a little annoying. I tend to pick what looks cool unless I'm doing something that requires me to be kind of on a meta guild. Like, I play a lot of what's the word? Oh god. Oh no, my trucker's getting tired. Sleepy trucker. Where can we stop here? We need to find a place to sleep pretty quick here. Oh, perfect. We can just pull up in Boise. I have a garage in Boise, so can I? There we go. We'll go there. Yeah, I just kind of pick whatever sounds cool when I'm doing builds in Guild Wars 2, unless I'm doing something that requires you to be within the meta, which is primarily World versus World. I do World versus World because I think it's fun, and I know a lot of people fucking hate it, but I think it's fun. So yeah. Wait. Yeah, I think we can go to Boise. This wasn't showing up on the map for some reason. Like, it was showing the area, but not that there was stuff there. Oh well. get that shit, but it's also the game punishing you for never doing the expected gameplay loop. And again, let me say, I really like Guild Wars 2 because basically, no matter what I do, any single thing that I do does give me things that matter and are tangible. The expected Guild Wars 2 gameplay loop is just go do things that you enjoy and we will give you rewards for that. And in Final Fantasy, it's like go do roulettes to get like go repeat dungeons that you've already played 100 times to get a special currency so that you can go play the fun part of the game. And you know, that's maybe just me. Like it's not even necessarily the way that the rewards are given out so much as it is the way that it's framed to me. Because I don't no, for me the fun part of the game is story, but every time a new patch comes out, they're like, haha, you made it halfway through the patch, now here's the mandatory dungeon, and if you don't have equipment levels 10 to 15 levels above what you're already at right now, then you can go fuck yourself. But like it's not necessarily that I mind repeating content and stuff like that. It's really that I don't like the way it's framed. Because I'll play Guild Wars 2. I've done every achievement. I've done everything for like the Tecatl the Sunless world boss. And I'll go do Tecatl again. I don't know. It's fun. You know, it's something that I enjoy doing. But like the reason I'm doing it isn't because I need this reward to go and do the thing that I feel like doing right now, which is the story. It's I need this reward to like I don't know. Maybe this doesn't make a lot of sense. You've never been hit with an eye level wall from a patch? Yeah, it's because I it's probably because of what Cora's saying. Like, I don't feel the need and I don't really have the desire to go and do the chores the game expects me to do, I guess. Like, and that's fair that that's the system in the game, I guess. I just don't think it's fun. I want to think it's fun, but it's like my least favorite part of the game. I want to hang out with my friends and I want to, like, you know, maybe do a dungeon here and there if I'm feeling it. Oh, this isn't my garage. This is a dealership. That's fine. I can still sleep here. It really doesn't matter as long as I can sleep, because I'm probably about to get charged for, not sleeping. Yeah, I'm very story motivated, and I don't like normal raids. Cora is 100% correct on that. Yeah, and I do understand that not everyone feels like they have to grind. But I sure do. Again, like, just most of the things that I think are fun and cool about MMOs are not what I want to be doing in the or rather are different from what the developers of an MMO want me to be doing. Okay. I've been meaning to get into this. So I have this giant mod that lets me put all kinds of stuff on the seat here, so we can change what chat is. We could keep pink teddy bear chat. Um, I gotta drink water real quick. Sorry, I'm dying. Did I ever do Pandemonium? I did the first like 3 Pandemonium things. So yeah, we could keep teddy bear, but we've got like pillows. We got a bantha. We got an at. We got a tauntaun. We got Absol. We got Eevee. We got Giratina. We got Glaceon. We got Leafeon. We got Pikachu. Porygon. Zekrom. Regular teddy bear. Different colors of teddy bear. The pink is what we're at now. And then we also have straight up people. The chat can be Obi-Wan Kenobi if we want. Chat can be C-3PO if we want. Chat can be Ellis from Left 4 Dead 2 if we want. I don't know who Juliet is. I assume this is the mod creator's OC or something. Darth Vader? That cape goes everywhere. Anyway, yeah, I just wanted to check if people had an opinion on this or if we just want to stick with teddy bear chat. Oh, there is also kitty chat. If you did all 4 of the newest Pandemonium raids once a week for 4 weeks, every patch, would probably not have to grind anymore even when new patches come out. But that would mean having to play for an entire month every patch. Chat is the laptop you keep glancing over at to read. I mean, we could do that. That is pretty funny, is the thing. Chat is just a laptop sitting there. What do we think? One sec. Can I We're just gonna do a quick 1 minute poll. Here you go. Choose what you want. This is giving me an excuse to drink water. If it wasn't clear, I just need to hydrate for a little bit because I haven't drank water this whole time and I've been talking a lot. This is my opportunity to drink water and stretch. Um, have you heard of Good Morning Cable 2? I have. I have heard of Good Morning Cable 2. All right, we're laptop chat. Okay. We'll confirm that. Chat has become laptop. So now I have to look over there to read chat. I wish there was a way to integrate real Twitch chat into that so I could look at it from in-game in that exact way. That sounds really funny. Where is my garage? Oh, my garage is down here. I just kind of clicked on the wrong building, I guess. I I am gonna go to my garage because my garage has cheaper gas than the regular gas stations and also is closer than any regular gas station, which is way more important than how cheap the gas is because gas costs nothing in this game. Really funny and also horribly dangerous Germa level shenanigans. Yeah. I could be Germa. In fact, I don't think I should have to strive to be Germa. I think Germa should be trying to be me. Germa should learn to become Plushie. Hey, Germa, maybe instead of taking Bitcoin sponsorships to do a dollhouse stream, you should have someone tear out all of your flesh and insert your brain into a plushie. Idiot. That's where the money's at, babe. I don't know why I'm calling Germa babe in this situation. He killed a guy by running them off the road and then laughed about it like Germa. Sorry, Cora, was that a bit much? You don't think that Germa should livestream that thing I described? I'm gonna very carefully scooch around the building. Wait, you can't... Oh, no. You can't go out by going around the building when you have a full-size garage. If I can get a couple of people to play with me, I might just drop $25 for the upcoming Guild Wars 2 expansion. Maybe? I wasn't threatening Germa with mutilation. I was just saying that if he really wants to be on my level, that's what he needs to do. I would never threaten Germa. It's kind of like a threat. Yeah, that's probably fair. This is my formal apology to Germa for any psychological distress caused by that whack thing I said just now. Okay, I was really hoping to not deal with reverse trailer maneuvering. Okay, I'm gonna do the cheater's way. This is an old trucker's trick. Sometimes a trailer is too hard to maneuver. Into the position you want it to, relative to your truck. So you just kind of detach the trailer, and then you go like this. You get in the position you would like your truck to be in. A threat and a promise. Oh. And that's a trucker tip from me to you. That's just a thing that you're allowed to do that. Did you know that? That you could just do this instead of doing tricky maneuvering in reverse? Most truckers don't know that, and that's why they're worse at trucking than me. Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna remove all of the flesh from Germa's body and put him into a plushie. That was a hypothetical about him getting on my level, is all. So I apologize. Immediately drives onto the left side of the road. Sometimes it be that way, you know? Also, with trucks, you sometimes do have to make a pretty wide turn to keep your trailer from destroying a car. So sometimes you kind of end up in the wrong lane. That's actually semi-normal. What was that? Did y'all just hear a loud noise? Okay. I'm just gonna assume that was nothing. Maybe I've gotten so eepy I'm having auditory hallucinations. Horror movie moment. Yeah, kinda. When's the jump scare? You don't know what the jump scare is. That's why it's scary. Oh, okay. Now I heard the old man passing by noise. That is not where that football stadium is. It's weird to go to a city that you actually like know your way around in a game like this, because the city's so truncated that like things are just nowhere near where they're supposed to be. Because like this intersection of freeway is the intersection to get to the airport, which just doesn't appear to be here at all. That football stadium there is like a very far way off down the freeway in this direction. Oh well. Oh hey, look, it's the water park sign. So there's a water park there, called Roaring Springs. And the thing about that is that like that sign is very prominent off the highway going into Nampa, and so is this water tower coming up as well. But like, I never would have noticed if they didn't put the Roaring Springs sign on the side of the freeway, but seeing the Roaring Springs sign on the side of the freeway made me so happy when I first saw it. There's the Nampa water tower. I'm sure Nampa has more than one water tower, but there's one of them at least. Roaring Springs. I feel like I should be apologizing for how weird the direction of the things I was saying got as soon as we started talking about Germa, but like, it's the long haul. What do you want from me? It's Cable 2. It's the long haul. A celebration of simulation and a very normal show. It's Cable 2. John heard Germa has no eyelashes and he has to glue them on before every stream. Fucked up if true. Oregon, baby. That's the state line. We're nearly there on this very long delivery. Guild Wars 2 is downloaded. Time to see what Devona Von Devo, the Asura Necromancer, has been up to. Bit of a long haul. You're so right, Kathy. Big yawn. Well, I hope Devona Von Devo, the Asura Necromancer, has been doing well in the meantime. I was gonna say we could go to Weezer, but the freeway there's blocked off. I can't actually bring you to Weezer. The game's already pestering you about dailies. I mean, it's not. I don't think it really pesters. It just lets you know what they are for the day, and then you click out of the window, right? Unless there's some secret pestering system I don't know about. Oh, I'm so eepy. I gotta finish this delivery, though. We only have 26 more hours to deliver it on time. I gotta do it now. And sure, it says it's an 8-hour drive from here, but... Dangerously eepy behind the wheel, the true trucker experience. So true. Really what I'm doing is I'm intentionally increasing the realism by, you know, looking at my computer and being really eepy while I'm trucking. I do hope it adds Truck Stop Meth soon. Truck Stop Meth DLC. It makes you not eepy in real life. Got a little gunk in my throat. My body is rebelling against finishing this delivery, but we must do it. We gotta. Can't remember the differences between Reaper and base Necro. I don't think I remember them offhand either. I think it gives you a different, like the bar swap thing ability that you have as Reaper, or as a Necro. Cora knows a lot about Guild Wars. A lot more about the specifics of everything than I do. You know, one thing, maybe two, okay, maybe a lot, you have autism. So true. Axe and Warhorn. I don't really know what that does on Reaper. Get fucked, idiots in the right lane. You're not gonna merge on me, you jerks. Mid-range power weapon plus the toot toot. Sorry that that the long haul is just MMO chat now. I have been very hyperfixated on Guild Wars 2 lately. I know I already said that earlier, but I feel like I need to clarify again. That is why I cannot stop thinking about or talking about it. I hope it's acceptable. Yippee, we gotta bypass the way station. Whoops. This is not the way I wanted to go. I was looking at chat. I was looking over at my laptop. Researching your character's hero menu like an anthropologist. Okay, so here's what you do. You go to the mail system, the built-in mail system in the game, and you take all of your gold and you put it in one letter, and then you mail that letter to me. And that's how you play Necro. This will 100% improve your Necro gameplay. wood and potatoes, minions, and an unnamed scourge. You sent all the gold. Okay, that's all you need to do. Now you're a good necromancer. Go have fun out there, Chief. That is not my account. I'm sorry. You've done it wrong, and now you're going to be a bad necromancer forever. Unless you forward this to 3 of your best friends. Is that anything? I'm doing like an old spam mail thing. Do people even remember those? Holy shit, Cora. I did not know that about wooden potatoes. Holy shit. I almost crashed. Again, too busy looking at chat. Forward this to a friend or you'll be haunted. Yeah, is that still a thing? Like, I feel like it's still a thing, but only in, like, it's, like, on websites where it's, like, on YouTube or whatever. It's like, this is Dan the Spooky Skeleton. Repost him on 3 of your friends' profiles so we can skeletonize everyone, or whatever. Like, it's not actually anything that's, like, trying to scare you into doing it. It's just kind of a joke. When I was baby, I was convinced that those were real. When I was younger. And I was really into Mythbusters at the time. And so the way that I convinced myself that they are not in fact real is I went to the Mythbusters website. They had a forum where you could suggest myths and stuff. And there was like a whole section for supernatural stuff, and there were a bunch of those in there, and everyone was saying, no, these are fake, there's not really any way to scientifically test them, but like it's not a real thing that happens. And that's how I stopped being afraid of chain letters. It's too weird not to be true. Yeah, that sounds wild. I think I will probably unfollow YouTube user Wooden Potatoes. He sounds like a kind of a weirdo based on that. Anyway, I hope you liked my Mythbusters story. Gonna go to Radisum. Yeah, I think I would also feel weird anymore after watching that. After stream, might hop into Cable 2 voice chat. I could do that maybe. It depends. I'm so EP is the thing. I'm so EP, and the leader of my World versus World leader wants to train me into being a commander for World versus World. And that's just gonna be a lot. My commander wants to trade me. Jade Corey, gotta buy ship for 300 gold a month for 3 months. Man, I wish I could make gold that easy. 300 gold a month ain't nothing to sneeze at. Oh, I don't get any? They only pay my old guild? That's dumb. 2 gold per day? How's a bitch supposed to live on that? Sony bought Bungie for $3.7 billion, but Bungie didn't actually get any of that money. The original shareholders took it all and left. The devs didn't get a cent. Holy shit. Is Sony at least funding Bungie well? I heard that they found a replacement for oh goodness, I forgot his name. Lance Reddick, is that right? The guy who voiced Zavala and passed away recently. So like they must still be doing something. Their budget is the same but the deadlines are tighter. Oh my god, that's awful. Oh, the guy who voiced the Arbiter. Okay. He'll probably do an alright job with it. It probably can't be as bad as Matt Mercer Canuck. I'm still mad about that. The writing got worse at the same time as the voice acting for him became a completely different dude that sounds very different. Fuck Matt Mercer. Is Matt Mercer actually bad? I'm just grumpy with him because he replaced the voice actor for a character that I like for End of Dragons. Keith David. Oh, yeah, Keith David. I know that. Put out a tweet today about how much he respected Lance Reddick and how seriously he's taking over the role. That's cool. Oh, is Matt Mercer a scab? Is he working right now? Wait, was there a strike happening when Nier Automata was being made? I didn't know any of this. I'd never heard about this. I pretty much only know him as that guy who can do like 5 voices and is extremely famous for being able to do those 5 voices. But is even more famous now for doing a kind of mediocre seeming D&D show. I'm sure that Critical Role is actually fine, but my first impression of it was really bad on account of the first episode of the show was really bad and full of sexual assault jokes. They apparently later kicked that dude off that made those jokes, but they sure didn't do it during episode 1 while he was doing that, so that was a problem for me, and I turned it off immediately. He and Critical Role are in full support of the current strikers, but he did that before. I gotcha. That's kind of gross. The scab thing or the Critical Role thing? Because the Critical Role thing is probably a more complicated situation than that. I think, like, he was like kind of a friend of everyone involved, and he had played in their D&D campaign for a while, but like as soon as they took it from being like a private thing between friends to a public show, everyone toned down the uncomfortable shit that you only like do around your friends, and he didn't. And on top of that, he also became like a worse and worse person and started making everyone else genuinely uncomfortable. That's my understanding. That's basically what I was told after that. And then I was also told, oh yeah, so because of that guy being in it, you're supposed to skip the first 16 episodes or something like that. And it's like, you want me to skip like 100 hours of a show and then go into it expecting to know what's going on? Are you insane? Are you fucking possessed? And that is when I gave up on trying to listen to Critical Role. Again, I'm sure it's a perfectly fine show, but if I listen to half of one episode and get all of that and then get told, oh yeah, you're not supposed to listen to the first fucking third of the first campaign, I'm just gonna dip out, because there's a lot of good actual play shows out there. And, you know, frankly, instead of skipping a bunch of episodes and trying to catch myself up on what's going on in Critical Role fucking 30 episodes in, I could just be listening to the Campaign podcast, because Campaign Skyjacks is probably my favorite piece of actual play content of all time. I-205 closed in 8 miles. That might be a problem. No? What's I-205? Okay, nothing's labeled I-205, so maybe that's just set dressing. Oh, hey, Tetrachrome. Oh, yeah, absolutely listen to the, was that a Happy Lab Accidents episode? Listen to the Cable 2 Happy Lab Accidents episode about the Quiet Year. It was really good. You and Dana are planning to do that again? That's cool. Oh no, did you also have a bad fast food experience today? I was asked to go and pick up an Arby's order from an Arby's in exchange for them buying me food from Arby's, because none of them wanted to get in a car. So I went with Tia, and we got there, and there was like, essentially, we couldn't find anyone in the building. The front door was locked. No one was coming up at the drive-through speaker. We had to drive around the building and finally spotted someone in the window, waved him down, and he basically said, sorry, everyone went on break at the same time, and I'm the only person here right now. What's the name on your online order? And then we gave him a name, and he didn't come back for like a good 10 minutes, and when he came back he said, yeah, that name is not on any of the orders that we have. And so we had to give him the other name that it could have been under, and then he said, okay, that'll be right out, could you just pull forward please? And we pulled forward and waited another like 15 to 20 minutes, and finally, after 45 minutes of sitting there and like 30 minutes after the order was supposed to be ready to go and bring home, we got our food, and a decent amount of it was wrong, but we didn't check in the car because we were so mad and we just wanted to go home. Sorry, I started rambling about my thing instead of reading yours, but ordering from a local rat place and got your food in without issue. That sucks a lot. I'm sorry that you had to do that. Is the Taco Bell giving you your money back, or at least? Arby's really fell off when Arby left. Shout out to Arby. Shout out to Arby. Everyone, could we just take a moment to appreciate Arby? Full refund and a coupon from Grubhub. That's good. I'm glad. Arby is simply epic. Okay, now this is Arby. Oh, Tetrachrome, you weren't here. You weren't here for the introduction of this, but for the last couple of times we played American Truck Simulator, chat has been a teddy bear in my seat. We had a vote, and we decided on a laptop instead. So I can really distracted drive while reading chat. So y'all are a laptop now, and this is how I'm driving when I'm reading chat. Oh, Overwatch 2's reviews are getting worse. Also, they forgot your bucket of chicken? Why? Why do you have such bad luck with fast food, apparently? I don't think my luck's that bad. Reading chat, reading chat, reading chat. Normal thing to do. It shall go lower, God willing. I think that means God willing, right? I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think that's what it means. And I didn't want to pronounce it wrong. It would be fun to make a mod that integrates chat into the game. If anyone knows how to do that or can find one that already exists, I would happily use it. That sounds really fun. Letting chat drive. It's like one of those like Doug streams where he's like, I let my chat play, or I tried to play all the way through Dark Souls, but for 30 seconds every 5 minutes, my chat got to take over. One of those kinds of things. Oh, that, okay. It's thank God. Okay, gotcha. I do not know my terminology. Twitch plays ATS. So true. It's the Tacoma Dome. Except they can't call it the Tacoma Dome because that's a copyrighted name. That thing is so prominent off the side of the highway. That's a very accurate picture of what the Tacoma Dome looks like when you're driving by it. Tadoma. Apparently WWE went to the Tacoma Dome one time, and the audience booed them so hard that they didn't come back ever. They just haven't been in this part of the country ever again since whatever bad pay-per-view that was, I guess. Here's the thing. Tacoma doesn't hate wrestling. Oh, Tadoma. You said Tadoma, not Tacoma. I'm sorry. Tadoma doesn't hate wrestling. There are like a lot of indies here. There's like 3 or 4 different indie promotions for wrestling. And people love them. People love them so much. Hell, like even a piece of WWE talent that was completely wasted by WWE after they left NXT. Swerve Strickland, kind of like his main stomping ground was Defy Wrestling here in Seattle. Before he got picked up by NXT, then he did a great job on NXT because Triple H runs NXT, and because Triple H runs NXT and he understands how to make a good show and tell good stories and allow the wrestlers to tell good stories. He made him a really good character that sort of matched what his personality was like on the Defy roster. And then he got moved up from he got moved up from NXT, which is sort of like WWE's brand that they use to bring up new talent. And got moved into the main roster for either SmackDown or Raw. I don't remember which. And SmackDown and Raw, because Vince McMahon runs them, everyone that goes there, their career turns to shit. They just manage to ruin everyone because Vince McMahon is bad at running a wrestling promotion. Swerve Strickland now works for AEW. I don't know if he's ever going to come back to Defy. I hope he does, because it's cool to see him live. But there's some fun facts about Swerve Strickland for you. Whose house, Swerve's house, etc. Did they try introducing MMA stuff into SummerSlam? Like this year? Also, okay, John, it's a little more complicated than WWE just sucking. Scripted MMA, wow. And let me guess, Lesnar was headlining it. Brock Lesnar was headlining that match. I can like 90% guarantee it. Brock Lizard. Oh, it was a women's match, so it was probably oh my goodness, what is her name? Not Rhea Ripley. The one who was like a big famous MMA person, won a bunch of cool shit, and then immediately jumped into thingy. You know, thingy. Ronda Rousey. There we go. I'm not as familiar with Shayna, but Ronda Rousey is who I was thinking of. Anyway, yeah, we finished up that delivery. We're pretty close to normal end time, so I'm probably going to call it here. But I want to keep talking about wrestling for a minute, because John asked a question about WWE just sucking. Here's the thing about WWE, John. WWE has been owned and operated by Vince McMahon for a long time. Vince McMahon is kind of bad at running a wrestling promotion because he's kind of an egomaniac and he thinks he knows better than anyone else. He has an entire creative team, and he will, on the night of shows, walk into the creative team's office, tear up a script, and hand new scripts to the wrestlers who are supposed to have been prepared for this ahead of time. And he constantly makes weird decisions that break that like break what people are doing, and break storylines and completely ruin, you know, moments that could be incredible. That being said, the talent on WWE is really good. They do a good job with what they have, which unfortunately, because of Vince McMahon, isn't much. Now, there's a separate WWE show that's called NXT. NXT is a show where they bring up new talent, and that's run by Triple H. Triple H, Hunter Hearst Helmsley, if you will. He's a weird guy. But Triple H runs this NXT show, and he's really good at it. He's really good at storytelling and really good at, like, making sure to keep the audience's interest and, like, helping the wrestlers actually shine at the things that they're good at. So Triple H, he runs this show. He does an amazing job with it, and it's just to bring up new people and send them to the main roster where Vince will ruin their careers. So sounds like he's being bribed to fix the fights even though they're already fixed. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Triple H. What happened was there was this whole scandal with Vince McMahon. I don't want to get into the details. It sucks. It sucks to talk about. It sucks to think about. So we're not going to talk about that. But there was a scandal, and basically he got ousted from the company by the shareholders. Um, in a situation where he was still the majority shareholder, but he was no longer allowed to sit on the board or be anywhere near the talent. Um, and for like the 6 months that lasted, Triple H ran everything. And WWE was good again. All of the shows were good. And they let the creative team like stretch their wings and like actually make good stories and stuff and didn't change them last minute for no reason. But then WWE was trying to position itself to be sold to another company. And what Vince McMahon said is, "Hi, I'm still the majority shareholder, and unless you put me back on the board and let me get run the mainline shows again, I will not allow the company to be sold. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. I will not allow the company to be sold unless you rescind the thing that you forced me to do after I did terrible shit." Don't make me want to get into wrestling. Here's the thing. This is not kayfabe. This is not like wrestling storyline. This is all real. This is all actual real life stuff. And now, guess what? WWE's mainline shows are bad again. But there is AEW, and AEW is really good, is the thing. Um, AEW makes a lot of really good stuff. They have their problems. Their women's division isn't nearly as good as WWE's women's division. But overall, like storytelling wise and all that stuff, they do a way better job with everything than WWE ever has in the last like 10 to 15 years. AEW finally giving WWE its first competition in 20 years is so fucking good. It really is. Reworded the actual sentiment. Here's the thing. Let me know if there's interest in this, and we can talk about this in Cable 2 Discord. If people want to watch AEW, I am willing to stream AEW into a voice chat, maybe, or like something like that. We'll do it in a way that's like above board probably, but like, I'm willing to. I would love to hang out with people and watch wrestling. I love doing that. I think that's really fun. So yeah. Anyway, I'm done talking about wrestling now. I also, yeah, I've only seen one of James Stephanie Sterling's matches, and it was incredible. Like Sterling is a wonderful, super fun wrestler to watch, and I've only seen tiny clips of matches and one full match from them, and I would love to see more. Don't know anything about wrestling that hasn't been talked about in a Super Eye Patch Wolf video. And that one short film. Yeah, the short film about Triple H, right? The oh god, what is that guy's name? Max something? Max Landis. The Max Landis wrestling short film. Anyway. Yeah, let me know if people are interested in that. Saw a video about The Undertaker once, thought it was pretty good. That was probably the Super Eye Patch Wolf video about The Undertaker. That video is fucking great. That is a really good video. I was actually watching, the pay-per-view where the where the streak broke that they talk about in that video. I was watching that pay-per-view live, and it was the most disappointing moment that I can ever think of having in wrestling. Brock Lesnar coming in and destroying The Undertaker at WrestleMania was just horrible. Awful. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna do like a real outro now. Thank you for coming. It's Cable 2. It's the long haul. We love Cable 2. We love long hauling. We love wrestling now, apparently. Apparently we're talking about wrestling now. I mean, I've talked about wrestling on this show before. This is nothing new, actually. Brock Lesnar did destroy multiple sports at once. That's so true. um, so yeah, I hope you guys have a really wonderful night. I hope you, get to enjoy yourselves and chill out and all that good stuff. So long. Thanks for hauling. Oh, that would make a good like outro line if I was a cheesy person. Like, so long. Thanks for hauling, everyone. All right. Have a good night. Bye. 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 Bye.